So if this vinyl sliding is wasting any heating, okay. Otherwise, it looks like a reasonably okay building. Anybody serious, and of course, Jonathan, if you really want this type of property, um, I won't say it's a bad idea to go and have a look. Of course, 77 days in the market is true. You have to see how much you are going to get the mortgage rate and all. But here you can see 60,000 versus 600,000. So that is 10%. 10% of the purchase price is the rent collection. So 10% of the rent collection is a reasonably good rule of thumb. So definitely you can cover that with your income, because the tax is 2,600.
But that's the asking price. You don't have to give them
Oh
669.
yeah, of course, 70 days it's passed, so you can ask anything. And if he is in the capacity to evict the tenant, of course, he may even consider some VTB or whatever, because he may have had the property for a reasonably long time. So yeah, no harm if you're really interested in this type of properties, check it out. How much
Okay.
you can save, how much you can increase the rent, how much would be the renovation cost. And yeah, you have to go around and see how good area it is. But yeah, it may be a good start.
It's also mentioned can convert into laneway suite.
But
That is an
for this
expensive
type
one.
of price, this rooming house is the best choice in my opinion, especially at least this time. No need to spend any money and evict the tenant, and then you can put the tenant. By the time you go get the possession itself, you can put the tenants, so you don't need to keep vacant property, whatever. So it's a good idea. Check it and talk to the realtor and get all of the expenditures and detail. But this is a similar property. It says, we'll see what is this, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Okay, inside fully done. Single family, row townhouse, 2-story, Gibson, 9 days, 2016 by 95. Okay. Bedroom. We upgraded top to bottom. Look at this marvelous opportunity home. In walking distance to school, transit, shopping mall, place to be. Staying in the okay. Kitchen, countertops, okay. Yeah, it's a townhouse. That one is a detached house. So this is, yeah, it's a good comparison. 9 days, even though they complete the inside, I don't know whether it'll be sold quick.
I think market value is around 600 because there are nearby
That's the
properties
thing.
at 600.
Yeah. Yeah, this will also going to continue. In that case, other property, the student rental property may have more chance. So this renovation is good, but at the same time, you can reasonably do that.
If you
And
can get it
increase
at
your
600,
rent.
it will fall in the 1% rule. The rents can
Yeah.
be 6,000 definitely.
Correct. So this one will never make that, right? It is only 2-bedroom townhouse.
Yeah.
But that is really a good value. You don't need to do anything, just rent it for, evict the tenant, put a new tenant with some whitewash or whatever till the market turns. Then you can decide whatever you want. Even you can do it room by room also. So you will get plenty of opportunity after next year too. Whenever a tenant moves, you can do the renovation. That's an easy way. Yeah, it looks like a good property. Anything else, guys? Okay, so strategies, zero down strategies, what we are going to do, how we are going to buy. Okay, so this is our zero down strategies. First one is, of course, equity capital. Second one, loan capital. Third one, trust capital. So what do you mean by equity capital? Equity capital means most of the time you give profit share to the partners. How you are going to give the profit share depends many ways, joint venture, or it can be GPLP structure, or even fund or anything. So joint venture is little easy start. And the other, if you want, you can put that as even shares. So this is the incorporation. You can create a new corporation and you can give the shareholders. So they can be shareholders. The other one is joint venture partnership. The third one is GPLP structure. And the fourth one is fund. The fund is the biggest and little more complicated one. For long-term purposes, it has lots of benefits. Rather than that, it is fairly expensive, especially in Canada. In US, you can even start a fund with $25,000. In Canada, probably it is not possible. It's going to be costing definitely $100,000 plus, unless it's a very basic documentation. That very basic documentation will not secure you or even the investors properly. So first of all is the syndication. Syndication means we gather the down payment together. That is a meaning of syndication. Under the syndication, shares are one option, joint venture is the second option, GPLP is the third option, fourth one is the fund. So what do you mean by shares? You create a new company and the shareholders can bring equal down payment or even different amount of down payment. Based on the amount of money they are bringing, you will be giving shares. And at the same time, if you keep them only as a shareholder and if they are not the directors, then of course they will not be having voting rights to run the operation. They will be only giving the shares or casting their votes only in the annual general meeting. And after that, they will give the power to those who are the directors. So that is a way of shareholders. And the second one is joint venture. The joint venture can be in so many ways. That means individually 3 or 5 people can get together and give their names as the joint venture partners. So each of them are individual owners. Leo, Sam, Jonathan, like anybody can come into this. That's the one. Second one, I have my own corporation. You can have your own corporation. Other party can have an open corporation. Now we create a joint venture. Company can come as a joint venture. So that's the second step. And the third one is GPLP structure, means general partner and limited liability partner. So the general partner is the person or the company, or even a partnership, doesn't matter, going to run the business and take the decisions and run the operation. And limited liability partner will invest and wait as a passive investor. So how does the partnership come is the limited liability company or the individual or even the partnership will take partnership with this general partner company or general partner individual or general partner partnership, either way. So those two different entities get together, but one party has limited liability and limited rights over the management. Other party has full control and rights over that, and they have the general partnership. So this is the third step, but it is expensive. So, and of course, GPLP structure in a general syndication, for each transaction, you will have to create each GPLP structure. And every time the lawyer will be charging about $15,000 to $30,000 minimum. And if the transaction or the property that you are buying is not big enough, the cost cannot be simply absorbed by the revenue, whatever you are making or the investment you are raising. So that is more suitable only for bigger properties and bigger investments and syndications. And the fund structure, the advantage of that is you will create this fund only once and it can continue for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. And you can raise 10 million, 20 million, even $100 million as per the articles what you are creating. So that fund structure is much expensive than general partnership. Much means about it can be 2 times, 3 or 5 times expensive. But at the same time, one-time fund can be continued for many years. And even within that fund itself, you can put phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 like. So some funds are there, it can be even mutual fund trust or whatever the way they set up. Still, they may have already 5 or 6 properties or 10 or 20 properties. At that time, you are coming as an investor and take some units from them. That units may be $10 or $20. So if you have $1,000, you can get 100 units and take deposit $100,000. And at the same time, after next year, they may be bringing another property and they still need more money. Then they will bring in other investors and raise some more capital. And sometimes suddenly they will sell one property, they will calculate the profitability and distribute that profit and shares. And they will keep on doing that. Based on the mandate and the articles, they can continue doing this one. So that is a fund structure. So for a bigger properties, long-term benefits, that's the way. So this is how the equity capital works. Somebody else's money, other people's money, but at the same time, they are getting the profit share. When they come as an equity capital partners, the good thing is it is not a debt. It is not a monthly commitment to pay them the interest or anything. And at the same time, the capital partners, if the property goes in a very profitable manner, they will get much better, bigger profit share. Not like 12%, 13% interest. But at the same time, the downfall is if the property is bad, they may have to face the losses as well, and they have to absorb the losses as well. So that is a disadvantage. But most of the time, if the equity partners don't pressure the general partner or whoever really run the show, he can take a reasonably sensible, meaningful decision, because sometimes people try to sell properties in panic. And if there are 5 different partners and only one person has knowledge and experience, others just brought the money, but they decided to set up the partnership or the syndication or JV or whatever in an equal decision-making capacity, then other 4 people will take a wrong decision based on short-term decision. But a real estate investor, if you try to become as a general partner, your decision should be most of the time for the benefit of the investors for the long term. Sometimes for the benefit of investors for the short term, if you decide, then you are going to go at a wrong decision. Even after 1 year or 2 years or 3 years, even the same investors will come and blame you. Last time you sold the property, of course, we also asked you to sell, but now you see the property value has gone high. We should have kept it. But you will simply say that, yeah, you guys already asked us, so I did that. But that is not the way as a real estate investor has to think, Of course, they have to respect the voting power and request and everything, but at the same time, you are the one can think at least in long term, so you should be able to take a reasonably good long-term beneficial decision. Then only you can become as a general partner, whereas the other people may be a limited liability partner or otherwise a passive investor. So that is a reason this equity capital is most preferred. And second thing, as I told, when you buy properties with other people's money, and if you go in the equity capital direction, whatever the down payment comes is not a debt. So that capital can be simply shown to the bank and saying, yes, it is our partner's money, partner's capital. 30%, 20%, 35%, doesn't matter. So the balance money, the bank will be ready to put. If you bring some debt capital, same 20% or 30%, and if you tell the bank, yes, I already bought 30% loan at the rate of 6% or even 12% or whatever, and you give me the balance mortgage, the bank will say, no, we don't want to entertain any debt capital on top of our loan. But if you bring equity capital, they are happy because the less risk. So that is a reason many people try to go into equity capital. Even if somebody brings any debt, sometimes we try to put a combination. For example, if they really want minimum interest of this much, at least we bring some money as equity capital, and then we bring the balance part of the capital as a preferred share. So the preferred share is actually a debt in a different manner, but as actually an equity in a different manner, because the preferred share really earns monthly rent or monthly interest, but normally it is payable whenever it is possible, on maturity or in each year or whatever the way. If you have money, you will be paying. Otherwise, you will postpone that and get it accumulated and pay before discharge or on discharge. But that is a preferred, so that is a one first debt or capital that you have to pay back. Only after that you will go for the equity capital and you will be sharing the profit and everything. So in that way, that preferred shareholders have the first priority. But at the same time, even the banks will not talk bad about it, because there is no monthly commitment that you have to pay that interest. But there are some preferred shares, of course, specifically they tell, yes, every month you have to pay this one. Then that is fairly equal to a debt cap. But generally, if somebody put that as a preferred share, they don't really restrict that much. Second one is the loan capital, as I already discussed. Loan capital can be VTB, vendor take back, or second mortgage, or even third mortgage. So if it is a VTB, of course, it involves reasonable amount of negotiation, and at the same time, the rate can be negotiated. And again, you have to negotiate or make sure in writing what sort of VTB it is, how much in dollar term or how much in percentage, and whether it is a first mortgage or second mortgage, and how long. You have to stipulate that in your agreements. Then only you can finalize this deal, because sometimes as a borrower or as a buyer, you may think the VTB is a second mortgage, about 20% or 30% or what. But the seller may be thinking in his mind, it's a first mortgage. He is giving 30% as a first mortgage. If there is a case, then the balance 70%, you have to bring it as a second mortgage. When you bring the second mortgage 70%, probably the interest rate may be high. And at the same time, you may not be able to collect that much of money as a second mortgage. So you should make sure that VTB, what you are negotiating, is a second mortgage most of the time. Unless you are getting about bigger amount, 80%, 70%, 60% VTB if you are bringing, yeah, it's okay. You can take that as a first mortgage, and then you can go behind for somebody and get a small second mortgage. That's okay. But if you are taking a small, tiny fraction of the loan amount or the purchase price as a VTB, you have to be very careful. You have to make sure that it is only a second mortgage in writing. Okay, and if you're seriously thinking about zero down strategies, and if you are able to arrange a first mortgage about 65%, and if you are able to arrange another 20 or 25% down as a VTB, so 65 plus 25 is around 70, 90. Even then, there is another 10% gap. So you need money. You have to bring another 10% either from you or from other equity capital partners or another debt capital partner. And that debt capital partner brings that 10% down as a third mortgage. But then, of course, you arrange first, second, third, then closing cost is going to be pending. So who is going to bring the closing cost? You have to be thinking that also. So when you do the math well in advance for down payment, closing cost, legal fee, mortgage arrangement fee, and immediate renovation or whatever, land transfer tax, everything, then you can plan how much of money you need as a second mortgage or third mortgage or VTB, or how much you have to bring. So this calculation is very important. When you do that, of course, you can simply do the math of required capital in the loan amount basis, dollar basis. But sometimes you may be not focusing on the amount of cash flow that you have to pay each month. So you have to be very careful and see how much you are going to pocket out or pay each month on interest on all 2 or 3 loans and other expenses, property tax and maintenance and everything. And if the total collection, the gross collection is not enough to pay or manage all these expenditures, it's going to be a negative cash flow property. Negative cash flow property is not always a bad thing if you can make that negative to positive soon as possible by improving the rent or what. This current property, what you talk about, that is a vacant property. If it's a vacant property, definitely there is no income by the time you take over the property. But the reason that you are going to do is, in long run, it's going to be helpful. So you are going to definitely, first month you will bring one tenant, second month another one, like gradually it's going to increase. Within 3 to 6 months time, you are going to be okay. And definitely it will be more than $5,200 rent collection. It can be even 7,000. So as I told before, if you can save $2,000, or if you can increase the rent by $2,000 per month, it is about $24,000 rent increase or income increase. If you increase $24,000, how much would be the market value appreciation on the property? 24,000 divided by, we'll assume the same amount as loan. Sorry, capital. So $24,000 divided by 5%. So that is $480,000. If it is a commercial category property, if you can increase $24,000, it's going to be a big amount of capital appreciation, $480,000. But for you to increase $480,000, you are not going to spend $480,000. You are going to renovate. It can cost reasonably about 50 to 75 or whatever, or even 100, doesn't matter sometimes. Again, the effort to get the new tenant with a high rent. So if this existing tenant are living there for about reasonably long time, then of course you can definitely make that much of difference. So that is the beauty of capital appreciation in any market. So that's the reason many people still like commercial properties than single family properties. Because in single family, as I told, we cannot simply apply this calculation formulas, cap rate, and things like that. Single family is directly connected to market prices and comparables. Even this is, of course, a triplex, means we will think in that way most of the time, not exactly as a commercial property. If it is bigger one, of course, you will think that way. So the third one, of course, as I put that as a trust capital, that is actually most of the time it's promissory note. If you know some people, friends and family or whatever, then if you can get some capital based on your trust and some amount of paperwork, you can bring that, and that documentation is not going to be exposed to the bank or what. So you can bring that down payment as if you are bringing your own capital. So in that case, bank will think, okay, your money is there 20%, 30% or what, then they will give you the loan for 60 or 70 or 80%. So the trust capital has some risk element because you are not going to define a lot of things in the paper, but it happens only with the reasonably known people or otherwise reasonably high return. So in that case, people just go for it. Otherwise, most of the time it's a debt capital or an equity capital. So this is the way the zero down strategies work. But when we tell about it or when we talk about the zero down strategy, it looks very easy, but it is not always easy, because you should be able to attract the seller and you should be able to convince the realtor and educate the realtor and seller. Then only they may agree for this type of arrangement, unless they have directly already know about this opportunity, or otherwise they are very desperate to sell and get some money. And if they are not, if they are okay to keep the balance part of the money with you guys, then okay. But if they want to buy a property from the sale proceeds, and if they need all the down payment or whatever the proceeds for that purpose, they will not give you. So that is a difference. So debt capital is the second way of getting your down payment. Okay, and as I told here, if you have any questions regarding the zero down strategies or debt capital or equity capital, you can raise questions now, because we can discuss and go. We have only 3 people. Because this is the thing that you really have to master, and you should know how to raise capital. You should know how to present a deal, and everything is very, very important. But for that, as I told, if you are serious and if you really think of buying a next property within 6 months or 2 months or 1 month, this is the number one task you have to start with, unless you are ready with your own down payment. So you have to talk to many people before you buy the property. Then you can explain that, and you can get some soft commitment first. After the soft commitment, you can bring some deals and show it to them, at least so they will understand a little bit about the property and they will understand your expectation, things like that. Then, of course, once you bring the real, valuable, good deal, most of the time they may agree. And at the same time, most of the time the problem comes, people may like to invest, but at the same time, they may not have the fund ready at a point of time. Then they may have to wait, or you may have to wait till they get the next deal or next money released. So that is a situation. Okay, so this is the reason, as I told, why I like multifamily property, because rent increase will automatically increase the market value, and automatically it is going to give you the capital gains. And of course, capital gains are in Canada, most of the time it is directly taxable. But if you talk to your accountant, you may qualify about the first time capital gain selections or election, we can call it. So that is, if you make some capital gain in a transaction, if you qualify some criteria or the conditions for, of the CRA, the first 872,000, or now they have increased to 1 million or what, I don't know. So that amount of capital gains can be exempted for the first time from the tax. But for that, you have to qualify. You may have to have a staff and things like that, so many conditions. So if you really want, you have to talk to your accountant well in advance and understand what it is exactly. Then you can plan your deal accordingly. Because if it's a big profit, definitely it's worth it to plan it. That's why many people say this. Even Sam Walton, when he started doing the Walmart, when he was running that as a smaller boutique grocery store or what itself, he decided his tax planning and everything. So for that reason, he would have saved billions and billions of dollars. So you have to think about that. So in terms of multifamily, it doesn't really matter the recession time or single detached prices changing here and there. As long as you can increase the value by increasing the net operating income, definitely your value will go high. Example, I already discussed about that in the previous one also. $100 rent increase in a sixplex will bring you about $72,000, $7,200 of rent increase per year, and that will bring you about $144,000 capital appreciation in any market probably. Okay, so we plan to have a 3-day multifamily boot camp, and at the same time we plan anybody interested to learn more and get into multifamily or commercial real estate. We plan to have the 3-day multifamily boot camp. It is going to be probably Zoom and in person. So anybody available in person then can join. Otherwise, they can join Zoom. And the 3-day online course, it's about 15 hours of training, already recorded, lifetime access online course. So you can get that. So you'll be able to continue learning more, and especially the calculation parts and everything, so that you will be much comfortable position to negotiate with the seller or even the mortgage brokers or even the investors to raise your capital and go for a property purchase. And especially in this time, everybody is fairly skeptical, but at the same time, this knowledge will never go wrong, because as I told even yesterday, 1 million people into this country, and housing demand for rental properties are still there. Rent is still continuously keeping at a higher rate, and it has no reason or way to come down. So you can definitely have a reasonable confidence on multifamily properties and still learn everything. And then right time before the house prices start growing high, you can at least invest. And for you to find a good property, you may need sometimes 1 month to even 3 months. Sometimes people wait even for 6 months. So earlier you learn will definitely help you to grab the right property without losing that opportunity. So as I told, when you learn this real estate investment, you can save time and you will be able to avoid mistakes, and you can save a lot of money. And of course, it gives some guaranteed results. Guaranteed results means, of course, You have to compare and you have to have your minimum expectation for your capital, what you are introducing. So based on that only, these guaranteed results you can think about. Otherwise, generally in real estate investment, no investment is guaranteed. But if you have a minimum expectation, because my cost of borrowing is this and I want only this much, then you can accordingly select the right properties. Then you can assure that, not always just blindly, for sure. And as I told, of course, that online course, my special offer I thought of putting here, if anybody is seriously interested, they can join this online multifamily course. It's a lifetime access. There we are covering about all 10 different topics of real estate investment. And again, the 3-day multifamily bootcamp, we will do everything in a detailed manner. That's an online. That's also, we will be having some recording. So the regular price is 1997, and anybody interested today and tomorrow, you can get that for 997. Anybody interested, let us know. Now we can go for this question and answers and any case studies you have to discuss in terms of previously covered topics, or even our zero down strategies or down payment strategies. Anybody have any questions?
Hi, Leo.
Yes. Who is
Hi,
this?
Leo. Yeah. This is Deep here.
Oh yes, Deep. Yes.
Yes. So I have a question
Why don't you
regarding
show
the.
your beautiful face?
Sorry.
Why don't you show your beautiful face? Why are you hiding in dark?
Actually, I'm driving, so that was the reason you won't see me, because it's dark inside
Yeah.
it. So that was like, remember you said if you're driving, then you can turn on your camera. So that was the only reason. Otherwise, I would love to. But I'm, I'm participating. You guys, whatever you're saying is, and on that basis, I have a question, right?
Mhm.
So the question is, like you said, there's a commercial and there's a multiplexes, right? So
Yeah.
when it comes to landlord and tenant board, which one do you think is more lenient? I think it's a more likely the commercial side rather than the multiplexes, right? Because I've seen that there's some issues they did happen in a Gulf like a year or two. They got very strict when it comes to the multiplexes and a Gulf, right? And or when if you want to convert into the multiplexes. But correct me if I'm wrong.
What exactly you mean by multiplex? Multiplex, are you categorizing that multiplex as commercial, or what do you do? Because I
Yes,
couldn't.
residential one. Residential one, the
Mhm.
multiplexes, when it comes to the city rules and regulation, right? Sometimes they are very strict with that one, right?
Mhm.
And also we have a landlord and tenant board when it
Mhm.
comes to the, student rental or, rooming houses, right?
Mhm.
It's hard for you to equate that one. But when we turn to, when we compare to the commercial one, yes, the commercial one, the landlord or the owner of the shop has a more power in that. When it comes to the investment or when it comes to the long term, the cash, right?
Yeah, so we can explain here, because commercial means even more than 4-plex residential unit are categorized under commercial. So when we simply talk about commercial property, we talk about multifamily residential properties which has more than 5 or any number of units. That is also categorized as commercial property. Even student rental, if it is more than that many units, student commercial. Otherwise, even warehouse commercial, strip plaza commercial, office space commercial, and like that. So much of different asset class categorized under commercial. So here, if you talk about multifamily 20-unit building, that is a residential category. And that residential category is equally applying the same landlord tenant board law. So whether it is a duplex or single family or triplex or even 20-unit apartment building, landlord tenant board activities and rules and regulations are the same. So you are bound by the same rules. But if it is a 20-unit building, we categorize that residential unit as a commercial property. At that time, if you keep the right property manager or lawyer or whatever, you will take the actions quickly and in a professional manner and without any flaws or mistakes, so that the tenants can be evicted faster without much delay. But other than that, it is same. Whether it's an individual owner or even a company, they have the same rules. They have to follow the same rules. But most of the time, individuals don't take the action immediately. 2, 3, 4 months time passed. So then they find out a lawyer. They may end up with the wrong lawyer, things like that. And they again spend some time unnecessarily, like they waste the time. By the time the tenants learn more about the situation, and they can even tackle that situation better than the landlord. But other than that, 20-plex or even 2-plex or single unit have the same application. But as you ask, commercial property, if it's a strip plaza or a warehouse or whatever, has totally different rule. That is totally bound by the contract between the landlord and the tenant. That contract is 100% binding the rules, and of course, whatever you both agree is fairly applicable. And of course, there is no control, rent control or anything on expiry. You can even increase that by 2 times or even more than that, or in any manner. So it's all based on the agreement. So that is the advantage, especially in Ontario, like landlord-tenant rules are very strict, and especially in favor of tenants. Then you can think of going into commercial property, strip plaza or warehouses or things like that, because the restrictions are low and you can simply increase the rent. For example, one of my properties, one tenant is paying $2,800 so far. It's a restaurant, and we said that they has to pay $3,700 from the expiry date. So 37 divided by 2,800 is about 132. So that means 32% we plan to increase the rent. If it is residential unit, we can increase only 2.5 or 2%. So you see the difference. And the tenant cannot simply argue with me, because my agreement already says we will increase that to the market value. And market value is reasonably correct, as I told, 30%, 32% really increased. So they cannot fight against us. So that is a difference between commercial properties versus residential properties.
Sorry, I didn't get that part. Like when you said about the rent is going to be like it can increase up to 32%. So it means like we can increase, or there is any cap, like we can increase up to.
That's what I told, because it's a contract law. Contract law means I can buy a property even for $5 if the seller agrees. If I give a deposit and give it signed and I witnessed or whatever, then the seller cannot simply say, no, I'm not going to sell it for $5. It's $1 million worth it. So that is the beauty of a contract. If the contract is a binding contract by the essential elements, for example, offer and conditions and what is that called, consideration and acceptance and everything, then that is a binding contract. So the same thing. So if I say in the agreement, I will increase the rent to the market value, then I should be able to prove reasonably this price, that 3,700 is the market value for this type of property in this area. If that contract don't even show that, only 5-year contract, and after that landlord has the right to increase the rent, then he can increase any amount, because that contract is only for 5 years. After that, we have to create a new contract. So that is how it's working. So sometimes some landlords in commercial properties, they unreasonably increase that and put some restrictions. But then in long run, they will be losing tenants, because the new buyers will come and buy commercial properties if the remaining life of the lease is long enough. Because otherwise some amount of risk is there, because commercial properties, if it is become vacant, generally it takes a little more time to fill in compared to residential properties. So in that case, even though higher rent we are charging, if by chance 3 to 6 months time, 3 to 6 months, if it is vacant, of course we are losing everything. So that's why even the new landlords will look into that lease agreement and the remaining life of the lease agreement. Some area, of course, definitely they know they can increase the rent double or 50% or whatever. Then they may be happily accepting a short-term expiring leases. Right?
All right, sounds good. Thank you very much. And just the last question,
Mhm.
as per your experience, because you have expertise in multi units, right? What is the best market, do you think, or what is the best? No, not sorry, the market, but what is the best location, do you think, right now when prices are going high, especially the interest rates are going high, right? The prices are more stable. But when it comes to the cash flow, what do you think is more, convenient location to buy and for the longer run, obviously?
Yeah, because all around the world, all around Canada, prices are increasing gradually because the total population is continuously increasing by natural newborn babies here or even immigration. So when the demand is growing, any part of Canada will continue increasing the property prices. But where the most growth going to happen is generally the area where good employment and good population and good infrastructure, things like that. So Toronto, Ottawa, like those area, even Hamilton is picking up reasonably big. But since the Toronto prices have gone really high already compared to the other properties, Toronto price growth can get stagnant. And second reason, previously, of course, during the COVID time, many people were ready to go around away from Toronto City. So everywhere, Belleville or even far away places got higher appreciation in land and properties. But again, now people are looking for working in the office, and companies are requesting staff come back to the office. So like that, Toronto is attracting again more employees into the offices. So those who bought properties far away, thinking that they are going to do remote work for lifetime, they decided to sell those properties and get closer to Toronto and main cities and downtown. So again, the trend is coming towards the previous situation, but it can never happen to the 100% previous condition. So in my opinion, again, Toronto prices can go high because already Toronto properties are not riskier because many investors think Toronto people will keep demanding Toronto properties because of infrastructure and everything. So even though people are paying higher interest rates, still they are happy. Higher prices, they are still happy because they think there'll be enough demand. But and at the same time, there are some investors, they buy properties even with negative cash flow, but they don't go out of Toronto. They always buy properties within GTA and they see if they can cover the mortgage. But even if they don't, they try to put a little more down payment and still try to stick to Toronto. I have few investors, they will not go to any places other than Toronto. Not everybody. Those are really capable, full, wealthy investors. They have enough money. So their expectation is not very high, 20%, 25% return for their investment. Only the newly investing or investors or foolish investors don't really understand the market, expect 20, 30, 25% return. They only go far away or very far away for the highest return. Whenever you go for far away, high cap areas, high cap means high risk. So now it is little bit balancing everywhere, but if people want to buy reasonably secured property with reasonable cash flow, yes, Hamilton you can look into, Ottawa you can look into, so the Barrie you can see, so like that, so many areas. We call that as hybrid market. Low cap market, Toronto. High cap market is far away, small cities. Hybrid market is in the middle. So that will have capital appreciation as well as less risk and cash flow. So those are the areas most people try to go nowadays. But can I say that? Yeah, the investment criteria. Some people prefer one area, some people prefer different area. That depends on their personal choice, depend on their situation. whether they have lots of down payment or whether they are working with other people. So depend on your situation, you have to decide where you can invest and what is your expectation for your capital and what is the expectation of your investors.
All right, got it. Thank you very much.
Okay, guys, any other questions or do you guys want to go through any questions? Or you can tell me what is your next step you really want to take and when you really want to take, because everybody is skeptical. One second, again, now November starting, after that December is going to be a Christmas month, January is a lazy month, so like that time will fly. But if you have any plan in your mind, you can disclose and we can see what we can do. And one more thing before I forget, the last day training on Saturday, is there any way that we can put it for Sunday or Monday?
Yeah, I'm good for Sunday. And also please share your number.
Okay, I will send that. And anybody else?
I'm fine too. Saturday or Sunday is fine.
Okay, thank you. Sunday, I'm also okay. And how about Bob and Sam?
Yeah, I'm good. Sunday, Monday, both are okay.
All right, okay, that's good. And Bob, any idea?
I'd like to keep it as it is, but whatever consensus is, it's fine with me.
Okay, I too wanted to keep it as, but suddenly one investor partner is having an event and he's come asking me to join him. So I said I will check it and get back. So if you're all okay on Sunday, we will fix it on Sunday. Sunday 7 to 9. Even
Well-
otherwise, anybody choose Monday also, I can do that. So for now, we keep it as Sunday. Any changes, let me know. Okay, so the same link will work. I will send it again otherwise. And my number is saying that is 647-709-1536. Six 477091536. Okay. Okay, so Jonathan, do you have any plan of immediate investment or you are just testing the water and waiting, or what is your idea?
I would say 6 months from now.
6 months from now. Okay, so again, it's going to be somewhere April.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, in the next 2 to 3 months time, most likely we will know what's happening.
Right.
Yeah, because the war only the problem, if it is one war is okay, it's 2 wars going on. So we don't know how long it's going to last. Then the gas price and everything is going to impact, so that interest rate cannot come down just like that. So yeah, 3 to 6 months time is not a bad idea. Okay. And Bob, I think he's not there. And yeah, Deep, you are a realtor, but what is your idea? What you plan to do?
Yeah, actually, I have done investment in the past. I bought actually the home, pre-con home, when everyone's trying to pull the money out. I put the money in. I got about 200K profit. Then I bought another home. It's like near to Hamilton. Put that down 200K, and it's a house where I'm living. It's a big lot, and also I'm planning, because it's a big lot, and I'm planning, to have the basement done in coming future, and also to have a laneway home as well at the backyard, because it's more than 200 square feet.
Okay, So the laneway home, how many square feet you are planning? Did you get the approval?
Yeah, I already talked to the contractors about it, but I have to finish the basement first so that I
Mhm.
can have some rental coming in, and then yeah, my home itself will be like 3 units so that I can I can get some, because whole purpose is cash flow.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, now laneway homes are becoming more and more popular. And of course, if you can do that with some containers, things like that, it'll be even cheaper. But I noticed gradually the container homes also coming to $250 per square feet. Like it used to be
Yeah.
cheaper. Now gradually it is coming equal to the pre-construction cost. I don't know on what basis they are doing that.
Yeah, I have run my numbers in the past, though. I just looked at it out on the market. If I wanted to buy another, maybe if 2 bedrooms, house, or even 3-bedroom house, because the laneway I have already done the research. They said there is a 2-bedroom house. I can do it after finishing my basement, rent it out, and so that will be still cheaper for me because it's going to cost me about maybe less than 150, and but more than 100K. So that will be still cheaper because when it comes to tenant, it's so easy for me to manage, and when it comes to the cost, it's also lower than buying another home, having a 2-bedroom, right? So it's still more cheaper for me, and obviously I don't have to pay the taxes again, and have everything is when you buy the new home, right? Even
Yeah.
the 2-bedroom homes, right? That's a whole different situation.
Yeah.
So that was the reason when I bought this bigger lot. During the COVID time, I got a very cheaper lot, and it was a pre-con. So yeah, it's only a year-old building. So
Oh yeah. In 1-year-old building itself, you are able to put another house behind.
not that one, but for the basement, yeah, for the basement next year, that's my
Yes.
planning. And once the basement is done, then yeah, obviously, rather than buying a new new house for 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom afterwards, it's better for me to construct another one in the the backyard. It's
Yeah.
more cheaper for me.
So the laneway home, how many square feet is it coming?
So the laneway home, I have a bigger lot actually. It's 250 deep,
Mhm.
and it's like the trail is at the back, no home at the back as well. So I
Okay.
already done, yeah, even yeah. So the city nowadays is more lenient about that one compared to the Toronto or the Brampton ones.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's what I'm planning it. So once I will have the enough cash flow coming. So the whole purpose is, if you want to put some money down, either you have a lot of money or you have sustainable income that you can take a risk on, right? And especially the good point is that would be, the 3 units at the one house where you're living in, easy for you to live there and maintain it, right?
Mhm.
Rather than paying whole new taxes and
Ah,
all the utility bills and everything.
yes, true. Yeah, yeah, totally different
So
opportunity that is.
if it's a trail at the back, that's a garden suite, is it?
Yes, it's a garden suite, 2-bedroom, 2-bedroom minimum. I can do it.
Oh,
That's good.
Yes,
could it be about
yes.
800 square feet?
No, it's more than 800 actually, more than 800 square feet. But I'm still trying in a starting phase of first finishing up my basement,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Because the house is big, so I will have at least 2-bedroom basement there. Once I'll have it done, then I have the basement ready, get the cash coming in, and then eventually after that I will maybe 2 years after I have my backyard for the laneway homes, 2-bedroom home done, so that I have a cash flow from the basement and from the laneway as well, and then I can eventually move up, because that way I will not have the more risk factor that what if the market is going down or up, right? Then I will be in a better position to have that rent collected and then put the money where I want to.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Okay, okay. Yeah, in terms of this finding down payment and zero down strategies. Most of the time people talk about the VTB, but that is not the only strategy. But VTB is now in this market reasonably available, but the problem, people don't really take action. So now everybody is thinking we can do something later, so they don't. Otherwise, if they seriously look into their opportunity, they can do it. In US, more than the VTB, there's another concept called wraparound mortgages. So wraparound mortgage means the existing mortgage will be there with the seller, and the new buyer will take over the mortgage in a manner, and he will pay the mortgage monthly, and the property ownership will be still with the seller. But this the property rights will be written to the buyer through an agreement. So the buyer is the beneficial owner, but legal owner will be indirectly the current seller. But at the same time, current seller's immediate problem will be solved by paying the monthly payment to him. And of course, some down payment or whatever they can release to use. So in that way, everybody get the benefit. But in Canada, of course, the wraparound mortgages are not fairly allowed or what, so people don't do that unless they put it in a different type of contract and go for that as a shortcut or things like that. So that's a great opportunity. Many people in US try to do that type of things. And some people don't like to continue the mortgage, so somebody is coming and take over of that and make a good benefit out of that. So that's a good one, but here it's not. Okay, if you have any questions, we can go ahead further. Otherwise, what you want to do? Shall we look for some properties if we are looking for anything to buy in the market? Because many people don't look for that, but especially I like this Go to Home. Go to Home is a Point to Home. Point to Home is a fairly a good website, and it has reasonably enough information. Second, of course, you can even see multifamily and single family in this website properly. But only problem in Point to Home I noted is sometimes even the expired properties or already sold properties are also available in that. So that is the only negative side of Point to Homes. Other than that, it has enough properties, and all around Canada, you can look for properties in that. So that's a good way of looking for properties. And otherwise, a Kijiji, somebody's even you can now see motivated sellers, or even seller is willing to give any VTB, any flexible offers accepted, things like that. So many wording coming. So based on that, you can identify if the sellers are motivated, and you can see how you can get some properties through that. And even last time I discussed about that one property, we got an offer about 93 units or 99 units. Interest rate is 2.15 till 2031. So if we can take a property like that, only thing is the down payment. Sometimes when they give a very good interest rate like this, they may not give you any other chances of down PTB or whatever. So you have to arrange that. Other than that, that's a good property. So like that, even in this difficult high interest market, still you can look for some good properties if you are interested. So I would like to see one Point to Home property, if we can see that. 1 second. To Home Ontario. Okay. Let's see what is this. Oh. It's property type. Duplex, triplex, multifamily. Yeah, 97 Queen Street, Fort Erie, 575. Don't mark outside how many units. Multifamily. $2,000 tax and fourplex sales in central Fort area. Fourplex 125, 145 per unit. And income, we don't have that, how much income it is making. I will show you. It's a big lot, but we have to check the income. Property is reasonably sized and yeah, so it looks like a reasonably solid building.
What happens when it snows? The snow will fall on the top of that exposed area.
Flat roof?
Yeah, it's like not even flat. It's a hollow roof place, right?
Yeah, it's
No, not on that. On top of the building. No, that's
here
like
this side.
yeah.
No, that
Nope.
is actually, if we took another picture here. How many pictures?
Yeah.
So this is
I
the
just
area.
saw-
So this is cement, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So
snow
how
will
the snow will
melt
come
over.
there? How will the snow go away?
Yeah, they put a secured balcony in a different way, but at the same time, since it is cement flat roof, it'll withstand all the snow.
I see.
You see here, this drain pipe is coming this way. So whatever the
yeah.
melted one is going through this way.
Okay.
And it has it's a balcony, so enjoy that. They can
Mhm.
simply make another unit easily if the city
Yeah.
permits.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy, just close it.
Yeah.
Yeah, many people have that. Now, yes, pottery, they don't need to go that much, enough properties are there. But if there's 1.2 million, they normally put that how many washroom, how many bathroom here outside. It is easy now, don't. Maybe I did not log in,
Mm.
that's why it doesn't show what. Yes, 24 photos. Fantastic opportunity, 20 Perkins, middle unit, 20 Perkins, 45 net income, 1 bedroom, 1 unit, next one, okay. 2595 plus hydro. And the other one is 2241 plus hydro. And this one, we move 2.5 kilometer from University of Ottawa, 6 minutes walking. Okay. But still the amount of income 4,000. No, it's going to be a very low cap property, but it's an old building. Yeah. It's not going to be very valuable unless it's a big lot. If you can do something, it doesn't look an attractive thing. 2 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms, that's not worth it. 12 beds and $2.2 million, Burlington.
Oh,
12
that's
Burlington.
so nice.
Maybe a big lot, 12 beds, 4 baths. So 600,000 a unit, like, it is not that attractive. So 5 bed, 3 baths.
He's got,
This corner, 4 baths. It's not good.
he's got stuff upstairs in his room.
This looked like somewhat a bigger lot. 0.3 acre land, 0.5 acre land, 6 bedrooms. This is Brantford. The investors fully renovated. Legal triplex. The price is 1 million over there. 300,000. Unless
That's a bit
it has
high for
enough-
Brantford, huh?
Yeah, unless if you have land is big, 0.1, 0.5 acre. If you can increase or anything, as you said, any laneway home or like any structure raisable, okay, but the land is fairly covered both sides. So I don't think you can simply do that unless this side. Yeah, that is fairly high price for that location. It's not 200,000 lower. You see? This one 1.25, 4-bedroom, 4 multifamily. Oh, it's waterfront. Where is that? Not waterfront.
Very.
Berry. That price is not good.
How come your mouse is going crazy?
1.5, 8-bedroom,
Somebody's
5-bath.
accessing your computer, Bob.
No. Okay. Oh my
I
God.
said somebody's
Okay,
accessing your
1.5,
computer
0.3 acre land.
because they're checking the page. You see?
Still don't like the very attractive.
Yeah.
That's his mouse under the side.
35 million.
45 million. How many units is that?
Huh?
How many units is that?
1.5 West apartment new building. It's going to be built, I think. It doesn't look like a real picture. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
It's
Open house,
half
property
built.
summary. 1.5 hours West apartment building for sale. Picture and location not an accurate representation of the property, but buyer it's not to reply the information provided. This about okay. It was only invite Toronto exclusive off market. Okay, he doesn't even talk anything about the property. It's an empty land, probably maybe with a permit or what.
No,
This
no,
picture looks
he-
like something, but halfway done.
Yeah,
When we
it's
complete,
halfway
it's
done,
going to
but
come
the-
this way.
builder ran out of money probably.
Yeah, it looks like 45 million is a big amount, but at the same time, if they have done this much, which is the location? They didn't even put the location. 1.5 hours away west.
I think they at the top they put for the address. If you look at the top,
Yeah.
scroll up.
Uh,
Oh, I think that's the Sunny's address. Okay, I thought it was the property address. Okay, based on the postal code, maybe you can find out.
building for sale.
L2E.
What is this L2?
If you just Google that postal code, it'll tell you. Search Google.
Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls is fairly picking up because 6, 7, 8 years back, we didn't want to go to Niagara Falls because we didn't find any capital appreciation, but now it's fairly good. So they didn't tell
45
how many
million
units.
in Niagara.
Sorry?
45 million in Niagara Falls. It better be like 100 unit or something.
No, you see here how many floors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and base main floor is 6. And it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 30, 60, maybe about 70 unit building. How much that? 45. 70. 600,000 coming?
Yeah, seems too much for Niagara Falls.
Yeah, for that price, it looks little high. But of course, plan is good. We don't know about the layout, but at the same time, if it is 60, it is not good enough, but they don't even put any information. Yeah, and of course, yeah, that's not for us. It's not worth it. This 1.7 multifamily Hazel Street, Sudbury. Unit type multifamily multiplex. Sudbury
11 unit.
11 unit building meticulously renovated.
Sudbury is
11
too far away
units.
though.
Sudbury is exactly 3.5 hours.
That's it?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought it was further.
no, 3 to 4 maximum. Berry is 1 hour. Sudbury is about 3 hours. So 11 unit means 150,000
Yeah.
around. Around 50, yeah. Have to see whether it is 3 vacancies. There are currently 3 vacancies. Assumable mortgage 3.95 for 10-year term left. Let's see.
Yeah.
3.95 for 10-year and 3 properties vacant.
Sudbury is 4 hours, 400 kilometers from here.
Yeah. So 3 to 4 hours. But the Berry is picking up area, Sudbury and Sudbury. So no harm if the property is fully properly renovated. Fill the radiant water. That really taking a lot of space.
Yeah.
Basement has some potential, even if you can, if the height is good, even if you can put 2 bachelors, automatically you are getting another $2,500 to $3,000. Even in Berry, your rent will be definitely about $1,800.
I thought Sudbury was a cheap city to live in.
Sorry?
I thought Sudbury was a cheaper city to live in.
It used to be, but there are also universities there, right?
Sudbury.
Sudbury, yeah, there's a college or universities there too.
Oh, okay.
And even Hawkesbury, we were able to increase the rent to $1,400.
Mm.
Smaller units, not like this at all. So that is the demand in housing, can't help it. When they did the renovation, they should have removed this and put this duct system and furnace. That's good because definitely this type of units will leak and break and things like that too. So when they
Yeah.
do some reno, they could have done that. And they can make a lot of space out of this. Other than that, yeah, they did that. After the price and all, it looks something to consider for experience at least, yeah.
Wow.
What is that, 15 million they put it? $40 million building for sale. Yeah, they put the same picture everywhere. The same guy.
Is it the Sunny? Oh.
This guy used to work for Royal Bank.
It's actually the same building. Like he put in Toronto 1.5 hour that side, Hamilton 40 minutes this side.
Picture not accurate and advised buyers
Picture and
encouraged.
location are both not accurate.
No, 40 minutes south of Hamilton. Oh yeah, maybe from Toronto, 1.5 hours, from Hamilton, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Both west. 15 million apartment building for sale.
Sunny is smart.
Yeah, he's using his all MBA knowledge here. And he's trying. He doesn't give any clear information.
He wants us
But
to
it
call
should,
him.
yeah, but it should be different property because here put what do they mean, $7,500 get mortgage, 40 minutes apartment building. If anybody interested, have a chat with him.
Yeah.
12 will 5 bedroom, that's not worth it. Okay, 379.
Oh, Hawkesbury.
Hawkesbury, which one is Hawkesbury?
I saw one Hawkesbury in between.
Yeah, it was back there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
There it is.
Chamberlain Street, residential. Triplex or duplex? Duplex. 1,500, 10,450. Yeah. That's all the pictures, yeah. Yeah, that's why $1,500 is average rent over there too.
Hmm.
So this is good. 1.7 multifamily, again, Sudbury, it's a big building.
Yeah, have a look at that one.
Yeah, it's big, roadside building, 2-story. Investors look no further. NOI and cap. Running 11 legal units, subbase interiors refinished. Okay, gross income is 170. 1.7 million, 171% rule. Gross rent. So, okay. 170 gross income means 80, 90,000 maximum. If you assume 90,000, what is the cap rate? 5% cap? 90,000 divided by 1.729. Yeah,
Shouldn't the cap
5%
rate be
cap.
high?
Hmm?
Shouldn't the cap rate be higher in Sudbury? Because it's a little
Should be,
more far-
he simply put that for high cap rate, but 5 is not a real high. But of course, I
Yeah.
took 50% rule, right? I assume
Yeah.
about $80,000
Yeah.
expenditures.
Mhm.
But if it is 11 units and if the meter, everything is separate, heat and hydro, it won't cost that much. If the tenant pays everything.
Yeah.
Otherwise, only 50. Otherwise, 30 to 35 is the one you have to take over. So if you need, you can just talk to the realtor and get the right numbers.
Yeah.
Is this another photo or the same one? Okay. Okay. Yeah. This is 7 million, 6 bed, 6. What is this? Okay, there's something unnecessary. Windsor. Okay. 5 residential, 7 residential. Good. Yeah, we have to keep looking. If you are serious, sometime you get some good ones suddenly. 7 bed, 4 bath, 700 Ottawa. In Ottawa,
Well, that's rural Ottawa.
yeah. 4 baths.
But that looks like something to look at.
Yeah, for the price, $100,000, nothing is available in the market. Residential, how many units?
What does he say about rents?
Rental income is only $57,000.
How many units are there?
Welcome
Triplex?
to opportunity, ownership, residential freedom, watching your parish rental income. One of the units while your tenants contribute experience.
Full basement.
Mhm.
What is that address? It's York's Corners.
That is York's Corners. They don't mention even how many bedroom or whatever.
You
Cell
can find
numbers are there.
how many meters? There's 4 meters there or 3?
Oh, it's only
3
3
meters.
meters.
It says triplex at the bottom. Inside
says
and out
triplex?
Yeah.
Dash, multiplex, triplex,
Triplex.
yeah. But for triplex, that price is not that good. If it is vacant, okay, otherwise we don't know.
Yeah. We want 5 and up though, right? So
Yeah. APN.
Sussex, Kawartha Lakes, 5 bedroom. residential.
Kawata Lake, so five bed, 3 bath means it's only duplex.
Yep,
For a duplex in Kawata, nobody can give that price.
yeah, that's a 3 and 2, so.
Sure, view details, and this is multifamily Sudbury. Don't look like big. It looks like new built.
What site are
Oh.
you on right now? I gotta move this guy. Point2homes.com, okay.
Point to home. Yeah, that's a good one. Easy to see and browse. Rented rate of 2.86, assumable mortgage, CMHC assumable mortgage, 6 renovated turnkey units. 1.2 million, 6 renovated. So $200,000 in Sudbury. You don't know the income, just check it out. If they've done everything, then there is no upside.
The same realtor who's offering this and the other one in Sudbury.
Yeah. 292, 8 baths, 4 baths. I don't even know where it is.
Dryden,
Dryden.
Ontario, that's like halfway to the North Pole.
So, yeah. Okay. Okay, yes. 2, 94,000 low, 1 bathroom, Oakville. Maybe
7.
Yeah, that's
What's that? Is
semi.
that 2?
That is semi. Won't help us. Timmy's 8 baths, 700,000. Legal duplex. 1.3, 8 baths, 6 bedroom, 8 bathroom, London, Ontario. Maybe commercial unit. Hey,
Leo, there was a time in the team is that time was very good for the investment, right?
sorry, tell me again.
The Timmins
Yeah,
in the north, Timmins, right? So
Yes.
a couple of years ago, there was actually, the mines. The
Yeah.
mines was shut off, right? It
Yes.
closed. So all the
Yeah.
workers, they went, they moved and their families moved, right? So there was no source of income. And then
Correct.
the mayor, the city, right? That guy, he told, he comes up with a new solution. Just $5,000 down, and you can have your lot booked for 2 years.
Okay.
The only catch is you have to have your house built in within 2 years, or you will lose your $5,000. So I came with few of the investors, but they didn't listen to me, right? And now look at the prices in the Timmins.
What's the percentage increase?
And the
you
mostly,
find?
yeah. So the mostly people they move Timmins are those ones, even from the during the COVID time actually. They are from Vancouver or from other provinces or the cities which is more expensive, and those people are like more likely on a pension, right? They don't care like where they move it. So
What is
that's
going
how
on in
it's being
Cambridge there? Look at this thing on stilts over here.
Yeah, it's a very structural building, but
Pretty,
it has wasted a lot of space and lots of steps, and also people may not always like it.
How is that thing standing?
So yeah, that's the thing.
Looks like
13
it's standing on four stills.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in
pretty
the corner.
crazy.
So city gave a permit and people did that, but it is main road, so no parking visibly.
Must be one of those container homes or something.
Yeah, it looks like something. You can see that
Stilts, stilts over there too. Oh, extreme.
those concrete slabs.
Ah,
Yeah.
Steel grids, stilts over here, stilts over here.
Mm.
I've not seen that. You see some of this kind of stuff in the Carolinas. They put everything up in the air off the water.
It's true. Yeah, people aren't going to. 1.7 million.
But I seen 13 bedrooms.
Student.
What's going on?
Yeah, student rental. 4 bathrooms, 13 bedrooms. Cambridge location is good.
So this is Cambridge, Waterloo, Guelph, Cambridge, Waterloo triangle.
Yeah,
There's like 3 universities over there.
so
It's built by the School of Architecture. That's why it looks so ugly.
Research in Motion was big time employer there
yeah.
at one time, but no more.
A long time, 7,000, 11 bed, 6.
That's
Six
looking a little better.
So, yeah, it's 6-plex.
That's in Cambridge as well. There's a comp. That's 400,000 less.
Yeah, and it's a neat building.
And yeah, no, that's more like a Target for sure.
Partially finished basement. Mm,
I'm liking that one. That's prime time.
Yeah, 1.6 for Cambridge. His price is
What's
good.
what's the revenue? What's the income revenue on it? Does it say?
They did not mention that.
What's the
6
cap
plex
rate? It doesn't, we can't figure out the cap rate. We don't have no data.
Future possibilities of LRT development down Eagle Street. This property is a prime location, lots of updates, excellent maintenance, happy tenants.
125.
Yeah, they didn't put the price, the rental income. Yeah, King Street 9 beds. Yeah, that's the thing, because when we try to see properties, we will simply get addicted. But if we simply sit in the computer and do it, it won't help. We had to meet people and bring investors or partners. Then we had to look into this. Otherwise, it's another wastage of time. Okay.
And how long it's been sitting there?
That is
You're moving too fast, Leo.
no, I'm trying to go back to the same property he asked
No,
for.
no, I know. You're sliding around a bit too fast.
Okay, not this one, right? Not this two. This one we can close it.
No.
This is where
You're getting close.
This is, that is not the property. Let's see which page is it.
The address was 125 Schulister.
125. Not this. Not this. It's another one.
Yeah, now you've gone.
Mhm.
See, most of the multiplexes, when it comes to the talking, usually we have to direct talk to either the corporation, whoever's on it, the owner, because these documents and these rental and all these numbers, they usually don't put it there. They want to see how if the people are serious and how
Yeah, they
many
want-
offers they get it, right?
Yeah, they want to screen you.
This
Yeah,
one?
definitely. Because you don't get much buyer for that one, right? They want to know exactly what is their current market prices and how many offers, and obviously, is there any condition or not? They wanna see, and on that basis, they wanna take a decision, right? And we never know like how much loan they own, right? How much emergencies they have, right? Until we see them see inside the property and then ask for all the papers, so then only they know that we
looks
are
reasonable
serious.
too, Aurelia.
Yeah, definitely commercial properties, most of the time they don't give the lease on time, but at the same time, if you give an offer, they are going to give you with the reasonable due diligence period, everything they will give. That's the reason commercial properties, we had to have the full knowledge of what we are doing. If we don't know that, definitely we can go with many mistakes. It's not like a single family property. So we have to be very careful. And this is the one, right?
Oh yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah. Commercial
Oh, yeah,
property
they will.
has-
The mortgage people, the realtor people, they'll be able to determine your knowledge base real quick.
100%, 100%. That's the reason, even some realtors don't work with any starting entrepreneurs who is willing to invest in multifamily because they have a lots of doubt if they can do it.
Right. It's a
So
whole
that's the
different, it's a whole different paradigm. It's a different space.
100%, of course. And at the same time, in my experience, yes, you have to team up with people, even though you have money, you better team up with people and do it. The team may be either investor partners or otherwise experts to take care of the property, every part of the puzzle.
But
Then it is easy.
the thing is, to do the residential,
Mm,
it takes you 10 man hours to close it, or you do the commercial, it takes you 10 hours to close it. Your return on investment is so much more significant.
definitely. And of course, you have to see what sort of property you are buying.
But like you
Can be
said, when you're a newbie, it's a little bit of an uphill slope on that. That's why we're talking to you, Leo. That's why we're talking to you.
Yeah, even not only newbies, even some people really emotionally buy too. So in this market, I know from last year to this year, the interest rate has gone 3 times bigger, 300% increase. So that amount of allocation, not any investors do. So this market is really a very scary market and sudden changes. But yeah, at least we should have put some buffer about 2% to 3% increase in the market interest rate or cap rate.
What
or
do we
whatever.
got on this? Sorry, Leo, that just back up that one there, that 77 newish. What kind of information we got on that?
10-bedroom multifamily.
That's
student
it.
rental.
There's nothing else.
Any charming investment property located to like Coaching Beach Park, downtown.
Just all
Stuff.
verbalage, no numbers,
5 2-bedroom units, but no numbers.
no numbers at all. So it's call me, and
Yeah, but sometimes if you really go into MLS, some
What does the
attachments
pho-
and status.
can you open the photos, 45 photos for a quick second there? Take a look inside. Main apartments. Right.
It's plain building.
Oh, looks solid. Well, groomed like Kuchiching. Okay.
Building is good.
Inside. What do we got inside? Basement entrance. Hardwood floors. Painted. What are those heaters on the walls there? What kind of heaters are those again? Those are 70, 60, 70 heaters. You see the heaters over there, Leo?
Where's the heater?
Like underneath the living room window there, you see that heater over there? Yeah, that guy. It's
That's
not
heat pumps.
that doesn't look like a rad.
Those are the heat pumps. I think it's working with the air condition and heat. So even yesterday, one of my friends, he's an accountant by profession. He has a rental property. His furnace stopped working, so the tenant called. He tried to get a quotation with some company, and he said, "Yeah, you will get $10,000 rebate." And he was excited. And he said it's going to be total about $30,000, but you're going to get $10,000 rebate, so it's going to cost you only $20,000. And he said, okay, you can pay that even for 240 monthly payments. And he didn't tell how much each month, but this guy was excited with the rebate. And at last we noticed, he sent me the detail. He's going to get one electronic air purifier and another one air filter and humidifier and a heat pump, and that 15-year-old furnace, they are going to throw it away, and put this heat pump, and that heat pump will give you electricity, the heat and cold. But he already has 3 years old air condition. So, and window sealing and some more small things. That's all they are giving, and $30,000 bill. And this guy is excited, ready to sign up. When I check it, the total cost of whatever he's doing is not more than even $9,000, $8,000 to $9,000 maximum. And again, he's going to disconnect the air condition. And again, he's going to connect that to the heat pump. Heat pumps are working on electricity, not the gas, mostly. So his monthly gas bill, the electricity bill going to go high, and the tenant is going to get out of the place.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
not, I would recommend stay away from electrical.
Yeah, and again, the other one is, of course, tankless water heater. That's all. So he's ready to pay. He didn't think that it is going to be on the head of the tenants and they are going to disagree on this. And at last, when I told, he understood that, otherwise he would have signed up. So that's the thing. Heat pumps are good where you don't have any air condition already, then you can consider. If you don't have any gas line, yes, you can consider the electric unit. And when you have gas, that is not the right choice. He had to do only about $3,000 to $4,000 furnace change. For that, these people gave that much of opportunity and brainwash what to do.
This is,
You
in-
guys, things are going like that. Go ahead.
yeah, well, that Aurelia property doesn't look bad.
Which one? This
Well, the Aurelia one we just looked at.
Aurelia one, yeah?
Yeah, I'm liking the, Aurelia is just up the street from Barry.
Oh yeah, Aurelia. The good thing from Aurelia is it's coming from the other side also, Beaverton,
Yeah,
and the building is very solid. And of course, I went to the beachside Beaverton area. The water is crystal clear.
people are commuting from Aurelia to North GTA, Richmond Hill,
True.
North Scarborough for work, whatever.
They come from 404 or whatever. Otherwise, even
Yeah,
Highway 48. So there is not traffic much. So they are happy.
yeah. Our family had property just a little bit east of Beaverton,
Mm-hmm.
Cannington, and
Cannington.
my father sold it to my nephew or to my cousin, and he would run from Cannington to by the airport to go to work. But he just hop on the 404, 401, bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that area is picking up, everywhere picking up. So as long as you can run the numbers and cash flow is okay under control, you can think about it.
Mind you, that was 30 years ago, so the commute was a little different than what it is today.
Oh yeah. Less traffic, it is easy. Hmm.
Leo, I have a quick question.
Yep.
How do we find the properties, who requires a repair a little bit, right? Off the market.
Off the market properties?
Yes.
Be
What are
friendly
the
with the realtor.
strategies? No,
Be
I'm
friendly with the
sorry.
realtor. Be friendly with the realtor.
Yeah, you could get, I just signed up today uh with a flag that came from a realtor about off market here in Ottawa. And I've done that before. You could just pick up the phone and talk to a realtor and they'll connect you with it.
Because you can do it yourself, but this point to home properties, of course, they even give the off market property because they don't clearly immediately move away. So you can find something. Otherwise, some Kijiji search will show you some old properties too. But at the same time, if you have a knowledgeable realtor, you will not regret for the commission he is charging from the seller, because he will do many part of your job by himself, and you can focus on your work. Because when you try to save everything, we are spreading our hands everywhere. You cannot grow.
It's all about the networking thing, like that young lady that was from Vancouver on Monday night,
Yep.
200 realtor
Yes, of course.
contacts,
True. So she's a realtor too. So she's doing fairly good, and people are happy. Because you have to have property maintenance and mortgage arrangement and tenant maintenance, and on top of that, this type of things, it's not worth it. So it's always better to find proper realtors who is really doing commercials. Then you will be big time, save your time. And okay, guys, so tomorrow we can go through that next topic. That is
20
going to be-
bedrooms, Nelson Street.
Which one? Yeah, so tomorrow we had to go for this negotiation and offers, things like that. Yeah. Let's go through. And yeah, any questions, let me know. We can go through, man. Okay, this is also 3-bedroom, 1.7 million Lakeshore. What is this? 20 beds. This is something.
That's in
good.
Brantford. Brantford, Ontario.
Brantford.
Yeah, that's looking solid.
Yeah. 9 parking. Incredible investment opportunity. Presenting an
100K, 104 income against 1.9 million.
137 and operating income. Net operating income is 104.
Oh, that's
64 by 133. 104, 1.8. Price is a little high. 104.
Okay, the income's 137. Okay.
That is a net income is 137. Gross is 137. Net is only 104. So 104
So the
divided by
expenses
1.8.
seem to be very less, right?
Sorry?
Expenses seem to be very less.
It looks like 20 units means probably it can't have 20 meters or anything. Landlord is going to pay, but they are talking about 104. Probably I can believe it
Yeah.
because air condition is there.
5,
AAA tenants, okay, but 3 bathrooms and minutes walk, okay. Minutes understand potential. The property investment property holds a potential yield of 100% annually. Maintains a 0 vacancy record. Access financials.
Which means
I
no
get
one
the
is moving out.
financials. See, it can't be very attractive number, I think.
Yeah, for the
For
price,
104,
it's
1.8 is little big price.
yeah,
If it is a regular
would-
house, it's okay.
would 175 be a little more better, palatable?
Yeah. But this is 20 unit, 20 rooms, 9 parking.
It
so
says-
they don't-
It says 4 separate 5-bedroom units.
yeah, 6.
1,
9.
2, 3, 4. So you go in the front door and it's two downstairs, 2 upstairs, 1 in the basement. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So, yeah, the cap rate is going to be in the range.
looks like a 3-story.
Yeah, and Brantford, I don't think it's a very good property. How long it's
You
in
don't
the
think-
market?
You don't think it's a very good what?
Yeah, I don't think it's very attractive for this price and this operating income. Unless you have any
Maybe at
potential.
1.6 million, it would be something to look at, yeah?
Yeah, 1.6 also 137. Yeah, it's somewhat. And if you have any potential increase, yeah, they say 156 is possible. In that case, 1.5 to 1.6 means if it is really doable, okay. But why should you compare this future revenue versus your current bargained price? Then why are you buying the property? You want to achieve this, that's good. But from this price, it's not worth it.
It says full basement, but what, maybe not even utilized. Storage down there, laundry room down there.
Yeah, you have to take the pictures and everything, then you can compare, but probably it may not really going to give you much. It's 5-plex, right?
4-plex.
4-plex, yeah. 4-plex means again it's a residential category. You have to see that also.
No, it says 5. It says 5 units.
No, 5 bedroom, 4
Oh, I'm
units.
sorry, 5 bedroom, 4 separate. So yeah, fourplex.
Yeah.
But if you convert, yeah. Okay, Bob, relax. Yeah.
Okay, guys, keep doing that and see, you will find, because this is how even the regular investors are doing. Because it is not that suddenly some property pops into his hand. So we have to keep looking on then only you will find the right one. Some savvy investors are looking for properties for 3-4 months.
Right.
Then only they select one.
Just one last question, Leo, if I can interject, just to differentiate what is multifamily residential kind of thing, like a duplex, triplex versus commercial. It's a 5 bedroom or it's a 5 unit or it's a 4 unit. What is the dividing line?
Yeah, generally 5 and above is categorized and under commercial.
Okay, because I've had mixed like some, I've been told that it could be 4 sometimes or what, so it's 5. Just stay with 5, Bob.
Yeah, most of the banks try to treat even fourplex residential. Sometimes if there is any commercial element, right away they will take it as commercial. 1 unit commercial and triplex like that, but automatically it goes into real commercial.
Yeah, like if you had a fourplex, the basement wasn't finished and repositioned it with a finished basement, bringing in another income, then it would be a 5-plex, right?
No, 5-plex means it should be legally 5-plex. So if you get the permission and give everything else as 5 units legal, then you can talk about that.
That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, then of course, if you can legal basement, then it's going to be 5.
Then you got a 5, then you're talking commercial for sure.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, those are the kinds of ones I was looking at as well, because that was my okay.
Yeah, we'll see that. Okay, guys. So tomorrow we'll see. And then Sunday.
Okay, Thursday night
Okay.
football next.
Sorry?
I say it's Thursday night NFL football next.
Oh, okay. Enjoy. Carry on. Okay, guys. Bye. Take care.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye.